respect that.
Recording in progress. We're gonna keep the half the screen white, half the screen dark. Very different style contrast, you know? I'm happy and jolly. You feel low key today.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody back to Spiritual Drip, another episode, late night session with Chandon. Thank you for joining us again.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, having been spiritually awakened as an individual, I feel due to the fact that the awareness, I can't get away with things that I used to get away with, in terms of dishonesty, stuff I shouldn't be doing, stuff I need to do, right? And I always remain teachable and humble and practice humility in all my affairs, right? And when I don't, I take a spiritual hit. Turns up my outlook and feeling, right? So today I'd like to talk to you and see what your insight is on how humility and honesty play a role in your workplace.
All right, humility and honesty. Start with the first one, humility. For me, I work with my dad, so we both kind of stay humble, but sometimes we disagree on things, or our egos get in the way for a sec, and one of us has to stay humble, or else we're mad at each other. So we usually one of us is good and one of us is not good. Usually it's him that's good and and humble. And being that, trying to stay humble, I have to apologize a lot, which I don't like doing, but I feel better afterwards. And I know that if I apologize today, then the next day is going to be a bit better than it would have been if I didn't. And then I didn't own up to it. And that kind of goes with the honesty part too. Being that I, segue into the honesty. Honesty for me, like, I really have to own up to my actions or even my decisions before I make them. I try not to make recently I've been trying not to make decisions based on business on my own. I usually run them by him because I've done some things in the past that are dishonest and not very humble, which I've learned from, obviously, so I'm glad I went through those. But the humility part and the honesty part, even in the workplace, I have to be honest with people about what I think when they have a job request is what I think the best solution would be, and if they're open to that, and that's me being humble instead of forcing it on them. And more honesty is like my rigorous honesty. Like when I say things that someone doesn't want to hear, but I say it because it needs to be said, or it hurts me to say things. Like I messed up even today, and I had to tell the customer I messed up, but they are still getting the service and the things that they want and need. So I just have to put a little extra work in, which is what has to be done. So
Got you.
That's what it is like in the workplace. I don't really have anything else on that.
I just want to give the viewers some insight on how you work that particular principle, So well put, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
What I wanted to add also is that, like, the honesty and humility part takes a lot of practice. It doesn't come naturally, but being aware of it, and like you said in the beginning, having a spiritual awakening, those thoughts come a little easier sometimes. Knowing when to do the right thing, like they just feel right, even though they hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like admitting that I'm wrong, you know?
Right.
So yeah, not easy. It's a practice, and I'll probably still make mistakes, but that's how it goes. So yeah, thanks, Sean. That's a great question, dude.
Just thought of it, before we initiated this process. So,
All right.
we thank you once again, Chandon.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Peace.